So first, we know that Val. And I think that yeah, we're gonna get on Val. I think that we're gonna watch the draft a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna eat real quick, then we're gonna get on Val. city. Maybe you should have a you car. I think you would have a you car. On the parking lot of Tucson. Ooh, Slide City. Mmm. 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 Alright, yeah, this probably sounds right. Get out here. In the city, maybe you should drive a Yukon. Pick up whenever you call. Like a lot of Tucson, yeah. Are you with me? Go faster. How many do I have before I can get it backwards? Slide City, slide. W Coin. April 15th. Wow, that was a while ago. Oh, shoot. It doesn't even feel like that long. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey. Dang, a minute. I was gonna say, like, I'm finna just turn the draft on. Alright, let's see. Let's go Clove. Yeah, he's picked my old man. Slide City. So, oh, maybe you should try you call. Pick up whenever you call. The parking lot of Tucson, yeah. Are you with me? We go faster. Are you with me? So we can get it backwards. Slide City. Alright, let's see. We're gonna do great. Alright, let's turn that off. All the stress, just get rid of one real quick. Ooh, smoke off me. I think it's A. Oh no. Yeah, I was gonna say like might be A. Not sure. Please kill her. What? Yeah. If I just had crosshair placement, I would have won that. I think it was the bullet drop off, because no way. Ooh. Ooh. Like, why would it? Let's switch our time. Alright, let's put on some music. No, I'm not combine the thing yet. Smoke off, man. Smoked me off. I don't think anybody's gonna be over here. Cause I'm not bosses like me. I'm saying. Why am I moving and shooting at the same time? Guilty of the same crime. Yeah. I literally just said that, but now you're going on mute. You're going on mute. You're going on mute. For the rest of the game, you're banned. No. I'm not gonna buy one on one. Do this lesson, or I'm high, but I'm both right now. Cause I'm talking about my life. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk. High, but I'm both right now. I don't usually do this unless I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now. Need you in my life. Drunk or I'm high, and I'm both right now. Shut up. Yeah, I'm both. Yeah, I had a drink. Yeah, I smoked. Yeah, I think I need you, but I don't. What the fuck is? Oh, that's trope. Yeah, that's why I need to play this game more. What the fuck is he doing? Never mind, he's got this. Never mind, no, he doesn't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's no way. There's no reason he should have won that. Talking about my life. I'm drunk, I'm high, we're both right now. We're both right now. Right. Drunk, I'm high, we're both right now. Yeah. Hey, and I'm both, and we shutting down the site. It's remote, and we killed him out the choke. Everybody knows I'm moving, cause I keep it with a ghost. I'm keeping a ghost. I'm keeping a roast. I'm keeping it big. I'm kicking it outside the crib. I'm kicking it outside the house. I'm kicking it out of the coast. Out of the boat. We keep it remote. We getting the feel to make a choke. Yeah, he wants to play weird angles. I can too. You know? Yeah, you can play right then Ghost. Swing. That's great if we knew where he was. Sewer? Yeah, where's my pilot? Why is there nobody going there? They would go the one time that nobody goes. Yeah. Of course, why not? Fuck! Ran out of bullets. To the right. Why is your weapon out? Why is it not out? He's faking. No, he did that for real? Idiot. Please put your weapon out, please. Oh, let's go. You're fine. Aim down sights. Well, there's somebody with 6,000. I'm not buying him, dude. Somebody buying him. Somebody buy him, bro. Uh, I'm pretty a little distance, but not much. So I don't think they'll walk through it. They won't walk through it. They're not that dumb. Nah. Ooh. Uh. Yes, bro. Somebody has 7,000, bro. If you don't buy him, bro, that's mad selfish, dude. Oh my, sound congested. I really can't breathe. Alright, smells will be. Oh yeah. Ooh, I tagged her for sure. There's no way. No, I want it back. Fuck. I didn't know where they were. So I just wasted my ult. What do I forgot I had what's it called muted. How they go through sewers? Like what? Like I couldn't do anything. If I clicked on his head, I might have been able to. I was gonna get touched either way, from all directions. I had no option. Yeah, he's getting touched. Yeah, yeah. I don't like how we're even with them again, bro. Because this isn't even a team that we should be even with. Alright, let's buy some YouTube. Because I'll be trying to save too much. Like what? Let's see, how come soup be dry? Yeah, the draft's about to start and I'm listening to this nonsense. Let's see, how come soup be dry? Alright, let me go over there. Because there was nobody at A. No teammates, none of them. Oh my, like, why would I peek that? And it just wouldn't allow me to touch that head. He got a headshot and he was moving before I could get one. Let that be the actual order. Yeah. I see what type of guy you are. Why do you have a guardian? Yeah, they try. Right now, I'm not tuned in. King Griffey. I'm still coming in. Who is he? Give me that. Trying to tell you, you're not even that good, bro. Your team really sorry. Team really sorry for real. Mm-hmm. I like that. Gecko has better fingers. That's crime. That's crazy. That's actually beautiful. I mean, CS. That's not bad choices at all. Oh, please, please repair over here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No way! Never in my life did I miss that headshot. And that's what the code in this game is telling you? That I didn't hit that? I hit that? I, she did her face. Oh, damn. Whoa. Set 2 up. Oh, yeah. Oh, she almost did it too. She almost did it to him. True. So different. True. Coming back from girls like that. No, it's fine. Oh, yeah. I'm flanking. Bro, they didn't even let me flank, bro. That would have been a beautiful flank, dude. Done. Ready? Bugging? Clutching. Bitch. Bitch. Hey, could a car stolen? See how fast he moving and whipping. I see how he growing. I see how we growing. Hey, see how fast he rolling. See how fast he talking. Leaving it. It's probably okay. Hey, I did so much. I don't miss the draft. Let's talk about love. How do you really hold you? How do you really hold you? Oh, I'm the type to just hit some. I'm the type to just go and hit some. Okay, but I ain't invite you. I ain't even like you. Go up to man's heart with a gift. What are you dealing with? Dealing with. Come on, that's the realest. Why does she keep doing that? Oh, I'm thinking that's an enemy. Talking. Okay. That you make me feel like nobody ever loved me. You do, you do. And you do. I don't have to play this to find him. I'll play it for time. Yeah, see? She's gonna linger and come out anyways. I wouldn't give it all if you feel bad. One at a time. No. I do you really hold you? When I treat my life, no cause yeah, I deserve that. I deserve that. I deserve that. There's no way. Like, there's no way. Why do they keep putting it on me to plant? Draft spectacular. What in the world is my aim? Oh, the pick is in. Bro, where did I watch it last year? Pick is in. All right. All right. I guess we're not gonna get the first pick, but we're gonna get everything after. I think we pretty much all know it's Mendoza though. So. Oh wow. Oh, Roger Goodell. If no Mendoza out of Indiana. I don't want to miss the second or third picks either. So, all right, now let's do that. I'm gonna watch the Pat McAfee. What's it called? All right. Yeah, there we go. Can I get an audio just for that? Never mind. It's gotta be desktop, I guess. Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in D, but I'm excited to see what happens here for the Jets.
I'm very excited to see too. Peter Schrager just talked about the Mac Jones pick. I never thought he was going 3 just because of the traits. The thing about these guys up here at the top of the draft, Bailey and Reese, they both have those elite traits. So I'll be excited. Either one of those guys get their name called right now.
Okay, the pick is in. What does that mean, Coach? So they called and said what it is. Now Raji's in the back getting a card made. So how long do we think we have?
They had their pick in before Mendoza. They knew today who they were going to pick. They were waiting to see if there was anyone that had any seriousness about them moving down and what they could get for it. But I think that this is a pick they're going to make. I think it's going to be Bailey.
Okay.
Wow.
Why, Coach? Because he's proven? Is that what you would do, Coach? Because he's proven versus...
I would. I mean, I ever release hybrid player. I get all that. But Bailey, to me, is the best pass rusher in this draft right now. And to me, that's the guy you get.
Who would be his comp for you? You have one.
I mean, he's got a little bit of James Harrison. He can bend. And he's not a real tall guy. So I love his ability to bend and get around the corner. And he's got great speed. He's powerful. And he's got a great motor. I mean, there's not a whole lot not to like about this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this number 2 overall pick was a big storyline because Aaron Glenn was keeping everything tight over there.
Very.
They need it.
Bad. In the worst way.
Yeah.
This better be a fucking home
They
run.
didn't have one interception. They had like 14 sacks the entire year.
Ladies and gentlemen, who will be a New York Jet? Is this the pivotal turnaround piece for the New York Jets history?
With the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select David Bailey, linebacker, Texas Tech.
Schrager! Come on! Hey, Schrager! Come on! Schrager, good for you, buddy. Okay, you had to hold.
Yeah, he did.
All the sports books started working against you, Schrager. Why did you think that? Did you think it was because of the situation? Did you think because type of player he was? Was it what you were hearing? Why were you so confident? And also, by the way, Coach Cowher just immediately goes, let's go up to Bailey. I don't know what we're doing. Why were you so in on that, Schrager?
There's the scene in Braveheart where he's looking in the paint and there's a meme and it's just, hold! And that's how I felt. And I'm telling you, when those things swing to minus 450, minus 5, I'm really, okay, well, I must... What a ride that was. And I'll tell you, why did I think so from the beginning? Because of the way the Jets are looking to build this team. Arvell Reese is going to be a wonderful pro, and he is 20 years old, and he is as versatile chess piece. David Bailey is what they consider a more polished piece. And the rest of the league feels the same thing. Jets can't be messing around right now. And guess what? They go with David Bailey, and Peter Schrager is redeemed. I can walk off the set. I raw dogged that whole thing, by the way.
You can get your phone.
I didn't look at my phone once, and this was an amazing ride. Draft spectacular. Let's go, Bailey.
Okay, we only got 4 hours left of this thing. You can go get your phone, though, Schrager, I think, because you clearly won here. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Need that.
That was a quickie there at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a tip there, that raw dog thing. Just a tip of the draft.
That's Pat telling you, hey, get your phone out. Let's get some sources going.
Yeah, you
now
should
go to work.
No, and also live your life, dude. Okay, you got this one right. You should be pumped up about that. But those odds shifting were crazy. Now, he led the FBS in 2025 with 23 tackles for loss, 20.2 pressure percentage, 14.5 sacks in 2025, most in FBS and second most in Texas Tech history behind Brandon Sharp. Had an edge pass rush score of 99.7. Bill Cowher.
Yeah.
That's out of 100 per Teamworks data in 2025, which we all know what that is. Second best in FBS, trailing only Western Michigan. All right. Okay, anyways,
He's a good player.
He's a lot of good stats
Good
here.
player.
David Bailey, though, he is a made man walking through the door. Is that what people are thinking?
Yeah, you put him with Will McDonald, the number 1 pick from last year. So now they got a couple years ago. So they got 2 good edge rushers. I think Aaron Glenn is going to get back into calling defenses again, get more involved with that defense on this year. So I think this is a great piece for him to work with. Again, 2 good edge rushers.
Connor, Texas Tech has a number 2 overall pick.
Pretty unbelievable.
This feels like this is just the beginning for what the Red Raiders are cooking down there with Cody Campbell and the boys who, great shovelers.
Oh, yeah.
Every time they put a shovel in the dirt, millions of dollars comes out.
That's right.
And it's all going to Texas Tech. This guy's been training and preparing like a pro for a long time, I think, down there in Texas Tech. This is just the first, I think, of many for them coming out of Lubbock, Texas down there.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's kind of the benefit of the NIL. You get to see different guys from different schools. We're going Indiana to Texas Tech 1, 2. I wonder if that's ever happened. Probably not. There also has to be a consideration with the Jets actually taking a guy that is productive and good. Like, we're talking about the Jets having a good future and all these picks. If the Jets think again, we don't know if these guys are going to be picking next year with the players when it comes to Aaron Glenn and Muji. But you also have to wonder, was Aaron Glenn awake during Arvell Reese running? We don't know. He was awake during Bailey. Bailey seemed to be the one that was like, hey, this isn't a project. This guy that's going to go there.
That was a quiet area.
I agree.
The combine had very still air. Okay, it was a lot of boring atmosphere.
Yep, no music.
Every once in a while, you're going to just doze off, especially whenever you're handling business late at night. They go with the more mature pass rusher, I guess, at this stage of ball.
Polish, yeah.
But 99.7 rating out of Teamworks data per rush of
Yep.
super duper.
We don't know what it means, but it's got to be good, right?
99.7.
Schrags was talking raw dog. You watch David Bailey. He's raw dogging out there.
Yes,
No
he
wristbands, no gloves, no wrist tape. Like Carnell Lake, a great safety that you coached for a while. You could always spot those guys. I wonder if he's going to do this at the next level. Anytime you're playing with no gloves on, immense respect for you. Because once you wear gloves and play football, it's tough to take those gloves off and feel as safe and as confident hitting people. And this guy's a monster. Obviously.
I would assume he sprays his own
water bottle.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to be a dog to come out on the field dressed like that. Too, because that.
And those things,
you have to.
When he gets
You gotta be
older,
a monster.
yeah, but I'll do like the crop toppy, loose bottom. But the fingers by the end of this guy's career are going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be awesome. We appreciate your service for football. Good luck as a New York Jet. Obviously, they need it over there. Okay, the Cardinals are now on the clock. Let's go to the bunker, boys. Hey, Tone, Cardinals have been linked to quarterback, but everybody says too early at 3 for a quarterback. Then there was a conversation. DN could go, then DN again, and then we'll get a run of something else. What are we eyeing for the Cardinals here at number 3, Tone?
So there has been a lot of talk about them potentially trying to move back because of you can't take Ty Simpson at 3.
But why though? On that note,
you're right.
Bingo.
For a lot of this draft, everyone's like, if you like your guy,
Dano likes him.
take your guy. That's true. I wouldn't take anyone that Dan Orlovsky likes. That being said,
the guy sitting next to you there, he was saying Dan Orlovsky might be reigning supreme by the end of this.
he might, and we will see. But I still believe that Mendoza went ahead of Ty Simpson, so we'll see there.
Okay, go ahead.
But if it's a stick and pick, they think it might be Jeremiah Love. Arvell Reese, the Cardinals have had issues with tweeners before. They have a pass with that, so that's kind of a bad taste in their mouth. There's a lot of guys but Jeremiah Love is the favorite right now.
Jeremiah Love, absolute difference maker. You know, the conversation was, he's a running back, positional value, and then everybody just started saying he was a weapon, Mad Mel. That's what everybody was talking about with Jeremiah Love. We seen him up close and personal explode through a line for 98 yards in the playoffs in about 4-degree weather. He's special on the football field.
Yeah, without a doubt, kind of a mixture of like a Tim Biakabatuka and maybe a Ron Dane if you rolled him into one. I know that's hard to imagine, Coach, but he is, I think, the most explosive, talented.
Biakabatuka?
Well, oh, God, don't get me started. Explosive. How much time we got? Don't get me started on Tim Biakabatuka, one of the best halfbacks I've ever analyzed and evaluated. But going back to, Jeremiah Love, okay? Unbelievable player, might be the best player in the draft. But I think if the Cardinals win 3 games, we can just put Mike LaFleur in the Hall of Fame, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Not a great team, but maybe they'll find a new star.
With the 3rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Jeremiah Love.
Congrats, brother.
Running back, Notre Dame.
Congrats, brother. Coach Carr, Jeremiah Love. You know, the positional value thing got thrown around a little bit a few weeks ago, and then it felt like everybody was kind of in agreement. He's not just a running back. And the NFL game might suit him a little bit better, Coach.
I think he was the safest pick in this draft when you talk about what he brings to the table. I mean, he's not just a first and second down back. This guy is also a very good receiver out of the backfield. So he's a guy who will never come off the field. He's very explosive, very strong, great balance. Great vision. So I really like this kid. I think he's going to be a good kid. You know, the biggest thing you talk about even last year with Ashton Genty, no quarterback. You're going to be stacking the box against this football team, against the Cardinals. We'll see how he does against 8-man fronts, because that's what he's going to be facing now every week.
Oh, yeah. Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, that's what you think about when you get a guy like this at the top of the draft. He's special. I agree with you. I think he was the best overall player in this draft. So the Cardinals, you got to get that. You got to get your offense some explosive weapons. The other thing about him, he doesn't fumble the ball. Like, usually when you have explosive players like him, you got to worry about ball security. He takes care of the ball, takes care of the program, and I think he's going to be a great guy and a great leader in that locker room and off the field as well. I think this is a home run pick for the Arizona Cardinals.
Hey, the Bunker Boys, Jeremiah Love, there was a conversation he wasn't going to go this high, and then it felt like the tide had turned and he deserved to be top 5 or was going to be top 5.
Yeah, there's an interesting thing that maybe 29 other teams might not have thought Jeremiah Love third overall. The Cardinals, though, specifically with their new coach, Mike LaFleur, Nathaniel Hackett, the new offensive coordinator, they felt that they needed to get that playmaker. Remember, they brought in LaFleur because of what they watched him do with the Rams for all those years as a coach. Offense, offense, offense. And in this draft, in another draft where there was a Myles Garrett or an Aiden Hutchinson or a Mario Williams on the board, maybe you consider defensive end. They didn't view Arvell Reese as that player. They did view Jeremiah Love as an instant impact guy. And Pat, I would add this. All that talk of trades. Not only did they not get a real offer to come all the way up, but those calls kind of never really came today. It felt like everyone was like, all right, Arizona, make your pick and we'll be here. But there was no blow back your hair offer that was made today for the Arizona Cardinals third overall pick, which leaves both Reese and Styles on the board, and the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans having to decide who's going to get who in those two.
And oh my God, no Ohio State Buckeyes have been drafted yet. Okay, AJ.
You guys stink.
Time to panic, pal.
Do you think we're going to see Arvell and Sonny go back-to-back here? We don't know the order.
There was in everybody's mock, there felt like there was back-to-back, those two. Arvell
The Schrags down, the Raw Dog Bunker Boys, are they down there? Is that what Schrags believes will happen?
Is that what was your mock? Well, your mock was Arvell. It was Sonny
at
and
4.
then Arvell.
It was Sonny, then Arvell at 5. So this was my mock. We're 2 for 2, 3 for 3. Should we just go 32 for 32? Let's go! I am feeling my stuff at their Bailey. I swear that was a sweat. I sweated out one, dude. That was.
I liked watching your reaction there. I felt like we learned a lot about you there. At one point, you felt like you were in a full euphoric lay down. Did you see the legs were spread? He had no phone to distract him either. He was living in that moment. In that trailer. It's
beautiful.
With the Bunker brother, Tyron Diggs.
I'll never forget it.
I'll say this about your pick with Sonny Styles at 4. Obviously, Saleh is the new head coach. Who did he have at middle linebacker in San Francisco? I'm not saying that's who Sonny Styles is, but he definitely has potential. He was an absolute freak at the combine. He was a safety that moved to linebacker. He missed 1 tackle this entire season. That's someone that in the free agency this year, they went all defense there too. So now I think Sonny makes a lot of
just real
sense.
quick, he's obviously Fred Warner is who he's talking about, but also he was a big Tremaine Edmonds fan coming out of the draft that year and loved the way that he played. So Saleh, his defense always that, but that said, if I know a solid defense, it's waves of pass rushers. Just keep it coming. Keep it. So either one of those guys can make sense, and I'll throw out another name, as obviously the pick hasn't been in, and I don't have any intel. They were talking about Carnell Tate. I'm saying Carnell Lake.
That was AJ's fault.
Carnell Lake, great player, dog.
Great player, no gloves.
Weapon.
He was talking about those guys too. So you could have one of those 3 guys that could be a possibility right now. And I love the suspense. It's awesome.
Okay, so Rappaport tweeted that the Titans are sticking and picking. So not tipping picks, but maybe
Letting you know, trades.
As long as the pick hasn't been in yet, I love that. That's good reporting from Ian.
Coach Kyle, okay, I like that you're becoming the authority on it as well. I do like that. I do like that that's happening. And also, it's a good thing. We got to experience all this together. Yep. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, Coach Cowher, you're the Titans. You're Coach Saleh trying to turn around a program. Obviously, they've kind of had self-inflicted wounds along the way, but it does feel fresh. He's a defensive guy. Does that make you lean? He's obviously going to go defense here?
Yeah, I think Arvell Reese is the guy because I think he also gives you pass rush. He gives you coverage. He gives you a guy who's kind of a hybrid player. And so I think when you
think defense, though?
Yeah, he's going defense for sure. And I think Sonny Styles making a good place. I'll tell you the guy I am intrigued by is Caleb Downs. I think Caleb Downs is a guy that maybe not right here, but if he doesn't go here, look for the next pick with the New York Giants because I think he looks like a Kyle Hamilton type of guy.
Okay, I like that. John Harbaugh would obviously love to see that continue. Remember, Daboll was brought in for Cam Ward with the Tennessee Titans as well. Well, they try to protect him, too. There's so many different ways to view this. New head coach, though, Coach Saleh, who we've seen him be a head coach before, get another opportunity at it. What would he want to get different if he could do it again? I'm fascinated by this pick. There's so many things that could happen.
Kind of why I'm surprised there's no trade. Like Schrager in his mock draft had the Cowboys moving up to make a pick, and you would think with Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles, maybe they would move back and then give Saleh more picks. But now you get, a top 4, maybe the number 1 linebacker, maybe the number 1 receiver. Like, that's also a great way to start your tenure.
Here comes Roger Goodell. The pick is in. The Titans. Coach Saleh, Daboll.
With the 4th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate.
I love it.
Hey, let's get Cam Ward a weapon.
Yep.
They say big pop in the back here. I don't know if it's a positive one or a negative one because of the way our headphones are in or whatever the case is. That is a shocker though, D-Butt. I like getting a weapon for Cam.
We're just talking about explosive players, explosive plays. We know how important that is and how the NFL is played today. So you got quarterback, you got wide receiver, corner, pass rushers. Those are kind of those premium positions. So this kind of lets you know how the NFL view Carnell Tate. This is a high spot for a wide receiver, but if he's going to be a game changer for your young quarterback, you get a big play. You're talking about Saleh, and he loves defense, but he's also been a head coach on the sideline with a very, very shitty offense. So get him some weapons, get Daboll a weapon. I love this pick right here if you have conviction on
Robert
Carnell Tate.
Saleh can do more with less. I mean, that's the one thing he's proven to be. He's a guy like, listen, I'll take care of the defense. We already do it by scheme and get the best out of some of these other players, but let me get my offense, put some points on the board. I got a young quarterback. He addressed that. I think if the running back was there, he would take that. So I think they obviously had an intent on helping the young quarterback.
I love to hear that. And Daboll obviously been great with developing quarterbacks. I think his fit is fantastic here. I think absolutely slaughtering this. Yeah, like the way it is come together. And he had some interviews obviously leading up to the draft process. And when he was asked what he does off the field, Tate said he loves to build Lego sets. He's currently working on Titanic.
Lego guy.
He's been working on it since the beginning of the 2025 season. However, he says his favorite one that he built, Eiffel Tower. Tell you what, feels like this guy is going to Nashville, Tennessee. An incredible mind, incredible talent, and hopefully he and Cam Ward can become the next 1-2 punch of Mad Mel.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Listen, I'm not huge on the Lego stuff. I think it's pretty fucking childish. Maybe, grow up and find an adult activity to do. But again, these kids these days, I don't really get them like I used to. That's neither here nor there. I love Carnell Tate, absolute technician. Again, he was kind of always the number 2 guy at Ohio State, so he's not going to come in and be requesting the ball from nonstop. He knows what his role is, and again, you got to help the young quarterback here. I get the prospect of wanting to add one of these flashy edge guys or linebackers on defense. Help your young quarterback so that you can get him to a second contract.
Okay, there was a list put together by the lads, Con Man, and let's go to the Bunker Boys, Tone Diggs. Whenever it was listed needs here for the Tennessee Titans, interior offensive lineman, linebacker, edge, cornerback, safety. Wide receiver at 4 to the Titans. Tone, how do you feel about the move for Cam Ward?
I think D-Butt made a great point earlier. When Saleh was the head coach of the New York Jets, their defense was amazing. Their offense was the absolute worst. So then him doing this, making this, and I talked about during free agency, they were defense in free agency, and a lot of people were like, you got to help out your young quarterback. They did this here with Carnell Tate. He caught 80% of the balls that were thrown to him over the last 2 years. And you talk about him being like number 2 wide receiver. We said that about Emeka Egbuka last year. He came in, he tore up the league in the first, 10 weeks or whatever before he had some injuries. I love it for the Titans.
I'll tell you, Pat, I did my first mock draft about 2 weeks ago, and I had Carnell Tate going 11 to the Dolphins. His agent, who's been on your show, Drew Rosenhaus, and I had a conversation, and he's just like, Schrager, I love you. I'm going to look out for you. There is no way in hell that guy is around at 11. And I'm like, all right. And I said it to you before the pick was in, so I do feel like that has been a small, simmer. If they go offense, Tate would be the guy. I will tell you, though, I thought with Styles and Reese on the board, I thought there was no doubt they were going defense. They took a guy, Corey Davis, in the first round before all these guys a couple years back from the MAC, and Corey Davis did not actually develop out there. This is not Corey Davis. This is a guy who did it at the biggest of stages. But I'll tell you, anyone who's saying this isn't a surprise, this is why the draft's the best. I didn't see a single mock draft that had Carnell Tate going 4 to the Titans.
Now, on that note, the Giants are on the clock now. So the first Ohio State Buckeye off the board is Carnell Tate, which obviously everybody had projected. Now Reese and Styles both available. Giants, John Harbaugh. I saw some people, I'm not going to go after anybody, they put like a wide receiver to the Giants. It's like, we know the Harbaugh family.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh's first number 5 overall pick in a new place. He's going to set a tone. Like, hey, this is what we're doing. Jim Harbaugh took the biggest offensive lineman he could draft whenever he went to the Chargers. Yeah, first pick was definitely going to be in the trenches. John definitely going, in my eyes.
No doubt.
Defense.
I mean, no way. There's no way they go with a skill position.
Where's Jordan Tyson on that health? How do they feel that medical team about his health? Because if you look in talent, I think he's the most talented wide receiver in this class. You saw Tate go number 4. I think if they feel really, really good about him, it's a real possibility here.
Now,
I agree. I understand
John
what you're
Harbaugh
saying.
taking a wide
He's
receiver.
always loved a great middle linebacker and a great safety. He's always done that.
This has got to be Sonny Styles.
Always.
You got Brian Burns. You got Abdul Carter coming off the edge. Give me that guy in the middle who can get everybody lined up. He's the green dot right now. He'll run your defense. He'll make the adjustments. You talk about what they have to do over there. So this guy is a legitimate first-day starter on week 1.
Okay, so Sonny Styles is your pick. Who you go with John Harbaugh? Go ahead, Con.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I would agree. It's him or Caleb Downs. Like you're talking about also Patricia.
Yeah.
Like he just played in a NFL-type defense, so he's not going to have a problem coming in, calling all the plays. And when you think of the Ravens, it's like, yeah, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. You could argue that the biggest acquisition they had as far as free agency or trades was Roquan Smith. And Roquan Smith came in and dominated for him. That completely changed their defense.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce Brown, Giants fan extraordinaire. Who do you hope they go with here, pal? What do you want in the John Harbaugh era message to be with the 5 overall pick?
It's the Ohio State Buckeyes, and you can't go wrong with any of them. Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs. Give me any of the bunch, and I'll be happy. Amazing how it all worked out where they are all available here.
Kind of a pick of the litter for John Harbaugh, the Ohio State 3 that were supposed to be 3 of the 4 in the top 10, which can still happen.
Oh, yeah.
We are still very much in play for this to happen.
The other thing right now, he's got 3 guys I could take. I might move down a couple spots right now and say, you know what, give me some more draft capital right now. And so, you know what, I'm listening to what you have to say. Because I'm comfortable with any one of those 3 Ohio State guys.
I like that thought, and we're just hearing now the pick is in, so they're not doing any draft.
It was a good idea, though, Coach. Coach, I'm with you.
Well, the Cowboys, like, are they going to trade with the Cowboys? The Cowboys feels like was one of those teams that would move up. Would you ever do that in the division? No way, right?
They're going to move.
Oh, what's that? Is that
who's moving?
They're going to probably move with the receiver that they have just signed to the
look at that. He's really looking up, grinning his ass off.
There's a reason he signed that tender today. I don't know.
Franchise tag, George Pickens did get signed today for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys have been quoted as saying that George Pickens will play under the franchise tag.
Yep.
George Pickens, who was traded by the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 3rd round pick, I do believe, to the Dallas Cowboys, is represented by David Mulligeta. There's no way George Pickens is going to play on the franchise tag. If the Cowboys say must, will they negotiate? Will they get that figured out? Will that be a part of a trade? So much intrigue. Who the hell are the Giants taking?
Sonny Styles.
Stay on the Autobahn.
Good play by Goodell here.
In partnership with the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, TAPS, one of the NFL's Salute to Service partners, we are honored to recognize the surviving family of United States Army Major Paul C. Volke.
Hell yeah.
Major Volke sustained tragic, fatal injuries while deployed in Afghanistan. He is survived by his spouse, Tracy, and their 2 sons, Andrew and Benjamin. Major Volke was raised in the Hudson Valley and was a lifelong fan of the New York Giants, a tradition he proudly passed on to his sons. Volke family, take it away.
With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Arvell Reese, linebacker from the Ohio State University.
Here we go.
John Harbaugh goes with an Ohio State Buckeye, Arvell Reese, who everybody says has massive upside, just has the ability to keep getting better. Is that the story, Mad Mel, for the Giants with John Harbaugh? Development to something potentially great?
Yeah, without a doubt. Initially, you maybe think of a guy like, hey, this could be Micah Parsons in 3-4 years. You don't really know. Everyone kind of saw the elite bend off the edge at his pro day when he was going around the bags, obviously, which really blew a lot of teams away, myself included. I didn't know he had that type of physicality, kind of bendy nature to him. I absolutely love this pick. I think this is a great first pick for the the John Harbaugh era. I love what the New York Giants did tonight.
Coach Cowher, you wanted Sonny Styles because you thought maybe he was
this guy's the second on the board on many boards. So I think you start looking at a guy that starts to drop like that. I mean, the grade itself, the versatility that he gives you, the ability, as you talked about, the rush, the coverage, and he's a young player that's going to do nothing but better. So the upside was absolutely there with Arvell Reese.
So John Harbaugh goes with defense. Shregs, as a non-biased, kind of biased Giants fan in the Bunker Boys bunker right now. How do you feel about Arvell Reese being the first selection for John Harbaugh?
And this is who I had them taken in my mock draft, and the reason was there was expectation that this guy would not fall past the New York Giants, that you can use him in so many ways. He could be off the ball if you need to be. He's so young. He's 20 years old. There are so many different rooms for areas for growth that at 5th overall, a guy who many people had as the number 2 or 3 player on their overall board, this was one that they couldn't pass on. The further matter here is because they had the 10th pick, because they got that in the Dexter Lawrence trade, they could take a bit of a swing here and say, well, that might not be our biggest area of need, but he's the best player on our board. Now look for them to get crafty at 10th overall, maybe move up a little bit and get the receiver Tyson, maybe move up and get Downs. But gosh, I had it 5th overall. I thought there was a very slim chance he would still be there. I got it right at the Giants, but I will tell you this one. The Giants feel like they hit a home run.
Buckeye, A.J. Hawk. Another couple Buckeyes still available to keep up with the 1967 Michigan State Spartans, who had 4 draft picks in the top 10. Buckeyes can still pull that off. Your thoughts on Arvell Reese heading to the Giants?
Well, you don't want to say, we talk about his, unbelievable upside. He's not a project. That's not what he's not one of those guys. He just only started for 1 year at Ohio State. It's kind of cool. He got there, he developed, he gained weight, he got bigger, stronger, faster, and then all of a sudden he's unleashed in his 3rd year at the school. So I think the guy's awesome. It's a great pick. Between he and Sonny Styles, they are a little bit different in how they play. But Sonny played safety, moved up to play linebacker, so he has that big vision. Arvell is playing off the ball, he's playing on the ball. I guess we've heard you have to have a plan for him. You bring Arvell Reese in, where are you going to use him? 3rd down package as a blitzer? How much is going to be off the ball? How much will he be rushing off the edge? We'll see. I am sure the Giants have already talked about that.
Yeah, and Harbaugh, I think, probably has great faith that they're going to be able to do damage in the development department. And I knew there was no way he was going skill. The Harbaugh family?
It's a draft.
No chance.
It's a TV show. Come on, spice it up a little bit, Harbaugh. But this is a great pick. And like AJ said, no, it's not. He's not a project. But if I'm coaching him, if I want him in my building, I know he'll have to develop at this more than he would at the off-ball position. I want him at that edge. Just like we saw with Michael Parsons, Matt Mel mentioned it. I want him at the edge. That's where he can impact the game at a greater pace.
And you already got Abdul Carter and Brian Burns.
Yep.
So,
and Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.